Good morning, my dear students. I hope you all are fine. I need not ask you every day how are you. I believe that you all are fine. So let us welcome back to our class. So what we were learning yesterday, we were learning about the desert. So what do you mean by desert? Usually we believe that the desert means there is no water, no plants, nothing. But there is little bit of water here and there in the middle of the desert. It is though it is filled with the sand, but there are, we can see there is in the middle of the desert, here and there will be some water that we call them as a oasis. Though, so there where there is water in the middle of the desert, there the plants will absorb the water and they grow, they looks like very beautiful in a greenish in color, because when whole area is filled with the sand, only in particular area when the plants are growing, it is really very beautiful to see for us, yes or no? So there we call them as a oasis where there is a water in the desert. And we also learned that the desert will be where there is no water in the desert. Also we can see that always the sand will be gathered together, collected by the breeze, and they form a mound heap, like a heaps that we call them as a mounds, we call them as a sand dunes. So let us come back to the next page on page number 17. All living things need water in order to survive. The few plants and animals that live in deserts have developed the ability to require less water than most plants and animals. So all the living things, living means the plants, animals, the human beings, we need water. In order to survive, we need compulsory water. The few plants and animals that live in deserts have developed the ability to require less water than most plants and animals. If we see in our surrounding, we see always the many plants are there, but that plants we have to pour water every day, otherwise the plants will die off if we don't pour the water. Whereas in the desert, the plants which are living, they have adapted, they have changed their ability, they have the ability, capacity of living in the less water. So such a plants only we call them as a desert plants. They have developed the ability to require less water than most plants and animals. The most plants and animals which are we see in our surroundings, in our house, wherever we go, and that is different from the plants and animals which are living in the desert. They have adapted themselves to live in the less water. The camel, popularly known as the sheep of the desert, can drink a lot of water at one time. The camel where we find the camel, we find them in the desert. Why? Because the people, we call them the people nomad. Nomad means the people, those are traveling from one place, they don't have a particular area, they will be traveling from one place to another place for their food and in order to survive. For their food as well as for the food of the animals, they travel from one place to another place. So they use that in the desert, they don't have vehicles and all, they use the camel to travel. They carry all the things on the camel and they travel. Such people we call them as a nomad. Since the camel is living in the desert, this only takes care of the people. They sit on with their belongings, and the people will be sitting on the camel. The camel will take them where they want to go. So usually the camel is known as a sheep of the desert. Sheep means it is it is carrying the people to the different places, so we call them as a sheep of the desert. Can drink a lot of water at one time. Camel at a stretch, it drinks so much of water, not like us, we able to drink only 1 glass of water or 2 glass if at all at a time. But the camel, what happens, it drinks a lot of water at a time. Camels can do without water for days together. The camel can remain without water for a days together, maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks or even month. The reason is they sweat very little. We sweat because we must keep our body temperature constant. What is the reason that they drink together and they sweat very little? Because they sweat very less only, they will be sweating. For us not like that. Human beings, when we go on, those are not living in the desert, what happened? Here usually the human being in desert more. Human beings will be sweating, we will be sweating more. As we sweat more and more, suppose just we bend and do work, immediately our body will be sweating. sweating. So we sweat more, whereas this camel will be sweating less. That is the reason the camel is able to remain for a longer period. So we keep our body temperature constant, means unchanging. We keep our body always in the same level without changing. We want to keep our body in the same level, constant level. We sweat when it gets hot, and thus this holds the body. Camels can stand high body temperature. They don't need to sweat and can therefore retain the water they drink for a long periods of time. The reason when we get sweat when we go and stand in the sunlight, when we do in the work during the hot region, going into the summer holiday, we will be sweating more and more. The more we sweat, what happens afterwards? Our body will become cool. But whereas the camels can stay, it is able to live in the high body temperature. The camel body it has adapted itself to live in the high body temperature. Say they don't need to sweat. They don't sweat like us. That is the reason they are able to, whatever the water they are drinking, it is able to remain in their body for a long period of time. For us, we drink water as soon as it gets a sweat. If you work little hard work, or if you go walk in the sunlight, but camel is not like that. They sweat very less, so they are whatever they are drank, it is able to remain in their body for the longer time. The smaller desert animals do not drink water. They burrow underground during the whole day and come out at night to eat. The small desert animals like insects, like a lizard and other animals, what they do, they don't drink water. So what they do, they burrow underground. Burrow means they make a hole in the earth. Burrow, a hole in the, make a burrow. Even the downwards in the book it is given, move underground by digging. What they do, they dig they dig the ground and they get into that one. They make the hole in the burrow underground during the whole day and come out at night to eat. So during the daytime what they do, they make the hole in the underground and they get into that one. During the night time they come out in order to eat, to find their food and eat. Some of them eat other animals and get the water they need from the moisture in the meat. So some of the animals what they do, they eat the other animals. The animals which are living in the forest, they eat that animals and they get the water from their body, meat of their moisture. Moisture means it is a wet. Moisture means it is wet. And what they do, the already when the other animals in their body, there will be water will be there, the wetness will be there. So they eat that animals and they keep their body as a warm. They don't eat, some of them eat other animals and get the water they need from the moisture in the meat. Others eat plants and seeds and get the water they need from plant juices. Other animals what they do, they eat the plants and animals. From their animals the juices will be there, yes or no? That juices will be, they will be drinking and that remains for them to survive in their desert. Some other animals what they do, to eat other animals and from their meat they get the water, and some other animals they eat the plants and the leaves of the plants, and that from that plants and the leaves they get the juice that they drink it and they use as a water for their survival. Desert plants also adapt themselves to the life they lead. Adapt means they change, they adapt themselves according to they adjust themselves. We adapt where we go. Suppose we go to some aunties or summer, we see there is so much of a difficult situation. We have to adapt, we have to change ourselves according to the condition of auntie's life. So same way what the plants they do, the desert plants also adapt themselves to the life they lead. In their situation, they adapt themselves according to the suns and the raining season. Usually they don't get the rain, very rare it rains the desert. Cactus plants store water in their thick stems. You might have seen the cactus plants. What they do, they will be storing the water in their stems. Their roots lie close to the surface of the ground and quickly absorb the moisture from the light rains that occasionally fall. Occasionally, when the rain comes, the cactus plants, what they do, their roots will be just under surface, above the just surface, underground, above surface means above the just sand, so that when the little rain comes, immediately what they do, the water what is fall on the surface of the sand, immediately they will be observing and they survive their lives. And the rains occasionally fall. Occasionally means very rarely, not often. The major future of all desert is of course dryness and variations of temperature. Usually what is the major condition of the desert? It is always a dryness and there is a variation, there will be always changes in the temperature in the desert. In humid climates, the moisture in the air acts like a blanket and protects the earth's surface from the hot rays of the sun. Humid climate, when there is no sunlight, will be the just it will be like a humid means the humid condition they say that time we will have more sweating. At the same time we cannot see the sun, only it will be like going to rain like that. There will be in humid climates what will happen, the moisture in the air, usually in the air are always present in the air, yes or no? We could see that, we can feel the air in the moisture. The air which is present in the moisture acts like a blanket. They act like a blanket, like a covering, protecting and protects the earth's surface from the hot rays of the sun. So in the air, what is in the air there is a moisture, the wetness is present. That wetness what they do, they protect the during the hot region what they do, the humid conditions low, humid climate low, they will be protecting the earth from the sunlight so that it will become less from the sunlight, so that the plants which are the animals which are living in the desert, they may not feel so much of a hot. The absence of this blanket in the desert lands causes the deserts to heat up rapidly during the day and to cool off rapidly at night. So what they do, when the moisture is not present in the air, what will happen? This blanket means the moisture is covering the earth from the sun. When it is not there, the desert plants, what happens? It will be heat up rapidly. Means during the daytime it will be heat up and during the night it will become very fast, it will become cool. When during the humid conditions, when the moisture is not present in the air what will happen? The air cannot, the daytime it will become more fast, very fast it will become cold, and very fast night it will become cool. Deserts are an important part of nature's great plan. You know, if we look at into the our creature which is created by God, we have to, how much we thank God also, we will not be satisfied with that one. Why? God has created a wonderful world in this world. If we go into the different places and observe the nature, our eyes will not be sufficient, even the 1,000 eyes will not be sufficient to enjoy the nature. Such a beautiful nature is created by God. Same way, the desert is really, it is a great plan of God. So we have to thank the God of Lord for every day for such a beautiful creation in the world. They are there like the dense forest and deep oceans. How they are like a dense forest means like a thick forest and deep oceans. A deep ocean means vast area. Ocean is not the small area, it is a vast area. So they are there like the dense forest. Who is that one? The deserts are like a dense forest, like a thick forest and like a vast areas it is. Just because they are hot and dry, one should not look upon them as useless parts of the earth. Though they are very vast in areas and very thick, the sands, very thick that place, but we should not consider them, we should not consider as a cheapest thing the desert. Why we should not consider them? They may be hot and dry, but at the same time, we cannot say that is a useless part. It also useful part. Why? There are plants and animals, even the people are living there according to the adapting the conditions from one place to another in the desert, same place they are living. Sometimes in the desert there will be some waters in the middle of the desert that we call them as oasis. From there the plants absorbing that water and they are also living beautifully, and it is very nice to see that one. So the desert is not a useless place, it is also a useful place. We should never think that the desert is, once we go to the desert and we live there, then we will like that one. It may be very difficult for us to go, those who lived in this condition, when we go there and live in that place, it is a very difficult. At the same time, when we visit that place, we will understand the fruitfulness and the beauty of the desert. So we have to consider the desert also is one of the greatest plan of God. He was created in His own, and we cannot say that is a useless place. So dear students, you have learned that what is the desert. Usually we have the idea the desert means no plants, no animals, dry land. No, there is but that is also one thing true, but there are also plants are living, the animals are living in the desert adjusting themselves according to that particular climate. Dear students, read the lessons. When you read more and more, you will be getting, you will understand more. Then you will be able to write off your own. Don't always try to buy other things. Try to learn by yourself. So have a nice day.